If you're anything like me, you like Minecraft looking its best using shaders, but with all the mods 7 or any other mod pack really, it can be a bit difficult getting them working. So today I'm going to show you what works for me. Now I must say that this is a very temperamental issue. I use all the mod 7 as my main mod pack. That's what I've been playing lately, and that's what I've gotten shaders to work in. But it's very janky, for a lack of a better term. If you've tried to get shaders to work before, you probably know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go through a few key points to try and help you out. Now, first of all, this isn't 100% a guide for you to go from no shaders to working shaders in your All the Mod 7 world or modded Minecraft. Because the first point is, this may not work for you. And depending on what version you're using, it may not work with that version. So in All the Mod 7, I was a few versions back. I was using Optifine, and Optifine is not recommended with All the Mod 7. It is recommended that you do not use it, but it was working for me, and the other option, Rubidium, was not working. So I was using Optifine, and I was getting some performance boost, as well as shaders working nicely, but for the life of me, I could not get Rubidium to work, so Optifine was the option for me. But I updated my mod pack a few versions ahead to the latest, and Optifine did not work. So I had to remove Optifine from the mod list, and I added Rubidium, and Rubidium worked this time. I then added Oculus into the mod pack folder as well, and then I installed my shader pack. And I got it working with one tweak. My chest turned out to be invisible, but I have a fix for that as well. You're going to want a pretty beefy computer as well. It's pretty intensive on the system regarding RAM. If you're not already using 10 gigabytes of RAM at least, I would recommend to set 10 gigabytes of RAM in your mod launcher, and then I'll show you how to do that right now. Okay, this all depends on how you're launching the game. I don't know if CurseForge is the only way to launch all the mod 7 or a lot of mod packs. I think there's like a fabric launcher maybe, but I use CurseForge. This is for CurseForge. Here we have all the mod 7. This is all the mod 7 I play on. You want to set the profile options here. So you got browse mod packs. You got, say, all the mod 7. There we go. There it is. I've got mine already installed. This is the latest one, up to date, 0.4.18. Come over here, click this. This is your options. We want to go to profile options, and mine is set to, you can just do this slider and it'll do it for you. Mine's up here at, well, it was here, it's there now. So that's 10 gigs. So 10,000 megabytes, 10 gigs. Roughly, each gig is actually 1024 megabytes, but that's what mine is set at, and it was working, so I'm going to try and leave it there. Now, I only have 16 gigabytes of RAM total in my PC. I know it's a bit low, especially when you're talking about all the mod 7, all these massive mod packs. So definitely would recommend 32 gigabytes of RAM for this, but 16 gigabytes can get you going. I'm going to assume that you know how shaders work in Minecraft. If you don't, I'll go through a quick little rundown. To get shaders, you can download shaders. There's many different shaders. I use complementary shaders for this. I found it runs the best for me. There are a lot of shader options. You can try each of them, whatever works best for you. But before you install the shaders, you need to either install Optifine, which is not recommended by all the mod 7, or Rubidium and Oculus for Rubidium. So then after you install Rubidium and Oculus, you can install a shader pack and have it working. So that's how that works. If you want an explanation or a further video, you could probably search it elsewhere. If not, drop it in the comments. I'll see your request there. But moving on, you want to easily access your mod folder by hitting here, going open folder, very easily. And this is, you know, all the juicy details right here. We got the mods folder right here. As you can see, it's got all those massive mods in there. If we can find it, if we go down to R, you should see that I have Rubidium installed right here, Oculus right here, and then that's where you install your Optifine or your Rubidium and Oculus. And after you do that and launch the game, so you install Optifine or Rubidium and Oculus, you launch Minecraft, and it will load again with a shader packs folder, and that's where you put your shader folder. or your shader zip file. Now, quick little tip. If you're getting crashing, so as soon as you click play, it'll open this. If you click play here and it crashes before the window opens and starts to load, that means, in my experience, that it's just not going to work. It's just incompatible. I've tried many things. It goes above my head. There may be ways to fix it, but if you tried Optifine, you launched it and it crashed, all right, get rid of Optifine out of that mods folder, put in Rubidium, launch it. Hopefully it won't crash for you then, and then you can just wait and be patient for the whole game to load. Now, when it's loading, leave your system alone. Don't alt tab. Don't try to do anything. Let it load for the whole. Sometimes it's taken me like 10 minutes for me to load the game. It's very annoying, but once I've gotten into the game, it's stable. And that goes for loading worlds as well. You click play, let it load, give it 5 minutes, select your world, play world, give it another 5 minutes, make sure it loads before you start touching it, and then you should have a stable Minecraft instance. Let's try. Let's see how it goes. So we just launched Minecraft. It is running, it is loading. It's pretty important that I don't even click on anything else and try to tab. I can move my mouse around. You can't see it on your screen, but it is loading and I'm leaving it. I'm not trying to do anything else on my computer, or else it will crash. There we go. It's loading. Such a beautiful loading screen as well. There we go. You hear that ding, you know it's loaded. That took about 3 minutes with Rubidium loaded. All right, so we'll load up my All the Mods 7 world. Go check out that playthrough on my channel. All right, we just loaded in. That took about 2 minutes. I will say Rubidium and Oculus with the shader pack installed seems to be faster, have faster load times than Optifine. So that's another benefit of Rubidium, I suppose. I had more frames with Optifine. Rubidium is only giving me 28, 27, around 30. Obviously, you can tweak settings and get things working a little bit better. But with Rubidium, you come here, video settings. Here's your shader packs option once you've installed Oculus, and put your shaders in your shader pack folder. You can open the shader pack folder from here, which is right here. It's opened up for me. Shader pack settings. This is on low, like it's on potato, because I just want that shader look. I don't want to destroy my PC. I want to run it with some frames. Also, when I loaded this, I had invisible chests, and I found out how to fix that. So it's flywheel backend off. That will fix your invisible chests. This is what it looked like for me. I came in and I was like, oh yeah, this looks all right. Oh god, my chests are invisible. So flywheel backend off. Don't really know what that does, but it makes my chests visible. So also, if you have any like graphical issues, I had some floating things on my screen before. Sometimes the particles didn't load in, they were just black for me. What I would recommend is going to your shader pack options, shader pack settings, and just changing something small, like say shadows, shading strength. You can just change it 5 and that will just reload it. I don't know if there's a better way to do this, but it will load for a second and kind of refreshes the pack, and hopefully you get the result you want. Also, when switching shader packs or putting on a shader pack for the first time in the game, you want to also let it load. Let it do its thing. Sometimes it'll crash and then you have to load the whole game up again, and then the shader pack is actually on. Just be patient and you'll get there. So thank you very much for watching. I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments if you got it working. Like the video if you found it helpful, and subscribe for more. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.